Okay, hey everyone. This is the American Samurai, Bucky749, along with Magnum TA. As you can see, we're both sporting bucket hats. And the reason I'm doing this is I got tagged in a book tag, the Snob-O-Meter book tag, originally created by J.C. Shaija. Yeah. Don't know about that. This guy. I was tagged by Joel Swagman Reviews. So I'm going to go ahead and answer the questions best of my knowledge. And I got Madam TA here. Got my Freebird shirt and my Stone Cold Steve Austin hat. Just because I want it to look somewhat different than everyone else. So let's go ahead and get these questions answered. What is your definition of book snobbery? Well, frankly, that's not really something I've ever really run up against. Because usually when I read a book, I just read a book for fun. I've never seen... But I guess that's someone who would pass judgment on someone just because... Like, if I go out, carry this book around, and someone sees reading this, they may pass judgment on me because I'm essentially reading just... Because this is not a novel. This is a collection of short stories based on literally just random pictures from a comic book. And so I pass judgment on me for that, as opposed to if I was walking around reading, say, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Maybe that's, just there's no reason they're better than me because they're reading that instead of just because I'm reading that one day instead of reading Frankenstein. But I myself don't think I'm... So my definition would be someone who looks down on you either because of the book you read or because just because it's not what they think you should be reading. Okay. What is a genre type or book you would never consider reading? Probably hard science. I've read some romance. I've read a few other author names, but I don't think I could read like a hard science book. Just because I don't think I could understand the technical aspects of it and stuff. I don't think I'm dense by any means, but just the particular phraseology and stuff, I don't think I can understand the hard aspects of that. Sci-fi fiction, yes, but like, hard science book. I've read collections of essays. That I can handle, but I don't think I can handle like a hard science textbook type deal. Does erotica count as literature? Well, after watching Joel Swagman's video and understanding his definition of those terminologies, I will go and watch his video because I'm not going to try and define that. I would define it as a style of fiction, but not literature. As it's something someone writes for entertainment, a certain type of entertainment, that goes all the way back to the past and beyond. I mean, I've read issue of Spicy Westerns, and that would be erotica to me. But yeah, I would call it entertainment, but not literature. Is it better to read classic books or rather popular bestsellers? Yeah, no offense to the person who wrote this. Those are two different things altogether. I don't read popular bestsellers just because that's not something I'm really interested in. I tend to read whatever I can get my hands on. And I tend to read a lot of older books. Sometimes I'll pick up some newer books here and there, but that's not stuff that would really be on the bestseller list. So I'm going to go with classics just because that's what I read. I'm not really interested in, what's the top of the chart this week or that week or next week, I just tend to read what I'm interested in. Granted, I do have some of the Wicked books, and I need to get around to reading those, but that's mainly because I'm interested to see what the movie was based on. I know that's completely different than a lot of the other stuff, so I'm prepared for that. So I'm interested to see what those are about. I also have a collection of the Wizard of Oz books that I need to get around to. Have you ever bragged about reading classics in order to sound smarter? I think we all have at one point or another. I can't remember any specific time here, but I'm sure we all have. You know, like I said, I can't remember the time. Do audiobooks count as reading? What about comic books, graphic novels? I think they do. Honestly, I work as a dishwasher, and sometimes it helps to have that audiobook going, something like Nero Wolf, or like a good mystery, or one of the graphic audio ones, or even like Old Time Radio Show really helps sometimes. And I love comic books, graphic novels. I've done reviews of different ones, and to me, those count. Like I said, I think that's up to the individual person and just your own style, what counts, what not. I mean, that's how I've gotten through a lot of the Jack books. A lot of those audiobooks I would really recommend checking out because I think they work great for audio. So yeah, I believe the audio and comics and graphic novels count. Have you ever looked down on someone reading fluff books? No, because I've read biographies, I've read collections of essays. You know, my brother loves reading different comic collections, and so do I. So no, I've never looked down at someone for that stuff. Have you ever been the recipient of someone else's snobbery? I don't think so. Really, just because who Jeremy and I are. I don't think we've ever done that. And I say Jeremy and I because literally we're usually always together most times. Would you ever be friends with Snob? I really think this person is, whoever wrote this, seems to think, because the snobbery thing is not going to manifest itself all the time. We're not comic book characters. You know, we're not some comic book character from the 40s who walks around wearing a top hat and, oh yes, I'm very snobbish. So if there were a book snob, it's only gonna, you know, show itself around occasions like, oh, you should be reading this author. You know, personally, I prefer this author. It's not that big of a deal, so I think that in itself would not be a problem. Are people who don't read less sophisticated than people who do? I'm assuming they're talking about novels and stuff, because my brother doesn't read novels. He reads magazines and newspapers, and he's, I think, extremely sophisticated and more well-informed than I am. But I tend to only read novels and comics and a few other odds and ends, but I can't sit down and read a newspaper. Yet he can read like 3 newspapers at the same time, whereas I can read 3 novels at the same time. So I'll let you tell me who you think is more sophisticated. Okay. Measure yourself based on the questions, and do you think you're a snob? I don't think so, no. And I'm not going to tag anyone, because all the people I know who do the book thing, I think they're all kind of busy right now doing their own things. I don't want to bother tagging them and them not being able to do it. So, yeah, I'm not going to tag anybody. So, I want to thank the Reels. Sorry. Joel Swagman Reviews for tagging me in this. It was an interesting thing to do. So, for Magnum TA, I'm the American Samurai. This has been the Snob-O-Meter Booktag. So until next time, this is American Samurai saying, keep your nose in a book, and if keep your feet on the ground, your nose in a book, and we'll see you next time right here on Bookie 749. See ya.